Dangke tuji shaji razandra Shinchamba da duja panjamba Sarja lamba tabre jibega Shaji jabe jadanga zanza Durjin chanchin telo naro tam Mabamala chuje gambo ba Pamo treba javan drugong Kajwe lama namje da jonje Dana dana tsara tamje da Lama laba laye jiso zon La zon yun tin jamze nga la wang Dindri donjin drebe gele Zora da ge lo Chusun dravar sinje labdo Zora chue lamdan dravar sinje labdos Lam truva se vara sinje labdo so truva yishi son cha vara sinje labdo so kanke tinjen dravar jong gak pa me pa chi pa me pa ta me pa Nga me ban dro me ba ta de do me don je me tru ba nye she she dan ba zu ba san je ma nam je tam ba de la xiang zar de zhen qin za ba la ma ji ji gu song do jie xin lan da 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 ge ju lan pe de da ge den ba dang sun jie xie zong jia jin ban zhe ba ra sen jie la de so many Tashidele, all Dharma friends. Today it is great. It is a great privilege to share Dharma with you. Today I would like to talk about what to do in the morning, and then I will give teaching on the money mantra. This is the main teaching today, and then I will say a few words about in the evening what we will do. Every morning is a beginning of a new life. It is of utmost importance to determine what you will do that day. Whether you make it fortune's day or you make it non-fortune's, virtue's day, or you make it non-virtue's day. This morning, decision is like the steering wheel where you turn right or left. And also, in the morning, your mind pretty fresh because you have forgotten what happened yesterday. Of course, your mind does not forget all, but it is less tension because your sleeping helps it relax. Therefore, do not rise from your bed like a cows and a horse. Just get up and go to the bathroom Uh, since we are practitioners, first we remain ourselves. That, as the Buddha said, it is not easy to be reborn as a human being. It is rarer than for a one-eyed turtle who rises to the surface only once every 100 years to push his neck through a wooden yoke with one hold that floats on the surface of the wide ocean. So this precious human life is also not found accidentally. It is the fruition of many lifetimes' merit and great karma. If we waste this precious human life, it is as if we are drawing something beautifully with our hands and with our feet erase it. The morning mind is very fresh. If you would like to maintain that freshness throughout the day, then commitment is important. What kind of commitment? It is that today I want to practice with my body, speech, and mind as much as I can. And I will not commit any non-virtues intentionally. After making that commitment, you can meditate, recite your daily prayers, do prostrations, as well as brush your teeth, wash your face, and make breakfast, so on. During the rest of the day, you are engaged in physical activity and you speak to whatever you do. You don't need to quit these activities, but you can be mindful. Be mindful about your morning commitment and also what you are doing in the present. Especially, as Shantideva said, when you intend to move or speak, one should first examine one's own mind and then act appropriately with composure. None of us like problems, and when they occur, we all try to remove them. But the best way to resolve problems is to examine your own mind. whether the problem is coming from someone else or from you and karma. If the problem comes from someone else, since you are examining your own mind first, then you will find a solution more easily and gain good results. Perhaps these problems are fruition of karma. If you are aware of these, then your confidence and trust in the law of karma become certain, and that itself is a great result. If you practice many years and you still do not fully trust karma, then your view will not be perfect. There are two layers to the view. One is non-duality and other is trust in karma. Before you reach the non-dual view, you must fully recognize the view of karma. To trust karma is the backbone of our Dharma practice. Sometimes when something happens, we say, oh, this is because of karma. And so we lay the burden of the problem on the shoulders of karma. In this way, we feel lighter. And also, whether other people trust you or not, it also depends on your trust in karma and practice on it. If problems are not related to karma, then they are due to your present actions or others, whatever it is. Examining your mind first, it will be of benefit yourself. As Shantideva said, when the mind is haughty, sarcastic, full of conceit and arrogance, ridiculing, evasive, and deceitful, when it is inclined to boast, or when it is contemptuous of others, abusive and irritable, then remain still like a piece of wood. And generally watch your mind by yourself. If you watch your mind, then you can help yourself a lot more than other people can help you. When your mind goes in the direction of unhappiness or anxiety or other tensions, you can bring it back to happy state. Your mind is like a child. When child cries, you check what it needs. If it is hungry, you give some food. You give it some food. If it is cold, you cover it with a blanket. In the same way, you should figure out what your mind needs and what it does not need. Actually, your mind does not need much material things in order to be happy. As Milarepa said, listen carefully this. My bed is small, but I'm rest at ease. This is a meditation, right? My clothes are thin. My body is warm. My food is scarce, but I am nourished. So your mind needs contentment, bodhicitta, compassion, the higher view. These take precedence over material things when it comes to happiness. We cannot give up everything, but the key is to be happy with what we have. Actually, there are many Dharma teachings, and you have heard many of them. This is really fortunate. So now we will begin learning about the 6 syllable Mani Mantra and its benefits. In Tibet, everybody, even the children and elderly, can recite Mani Mantra without being taught how to recite. But of course, we have to teach what it means and its benefits. I think here it's also the same. Everybody can recite Mani Mantra. The Buddha taught many benefits of the Mani Mantra, but I will share some of them. Buddha said, once there was a Tathagata called White Lotus. He asked Buddha, how much benefit does the Mani Mantra have? Buddha replied that Tathagata, White Lotus, I can count the particles that make up the earth, but I cannot count the benefit of the Mani Mantra. I can count the drop leads of water in a river, but I cannot count the benefit of reciting the Mani Mantra a single time. Buddha replied that. So now we have such a wonderful opportunity to practice this. I don't mean now, I mean in our life. So if we think about only this, we will understand the value of precious human life. Really, what is the precious human life? The answer is, oh, we have opportunity to recite money mantra. I think this answer is correct answer. There are three kinds of mantras. Three kinds of mantra, which are secret mantra, awareness mantra, or in Sanskrit, Vidya mantra, and Dharani mantra. Money mantra is awareness mantra, and it is Compassion Buddha's mantra. Compassion Buddha is the embodiment of all Buddha's compassion. Compassion Buddha is the embodiment of all Mother Sentient Beings' compassion. We will attain the state of the Compassion Buddha through this money mantra. This money mantra is Om Mani Padme Hum. 6 syllables. This is essence of all Buddha's Dharma. Because through practice these mantras, we will reach odd path one by one and attain Buddhahood. Reciting the Om syllable establishes the perfection of generosity. Sometimes we don't have things, or sometimes we don't have beggars. Then we think, oh, I would like to practice the perfection of generosity, but I don't have opportunity. If you think like that, then you recite Mana Mantra. Even though you recite only syllable Hum, Om, then it establishes the perfection of generosity. Recite the Ma syllable, establish discipline, perfection. How? If you don't have that discipline, then it helps you well have it. If you already have, and it helps you to keep it purely and clearly. Reciting the Ni syllable establishes patient perfection. It also same. Sometimes we are angry for some case, of course. Anger does not stay in nature of mind. Our nature of mind is like an ocean. If we throw some stone or something in the ocean, the water just drop. It's same anger, and all the emotions. So the recite Mani Mantra, it purifies the non-virtues of anger. Recite the pet syllable, establish diligence perfection. So diligence is a very important thing, because it holds connection between wisdom, Panchaparamita of wisdom, and other perfections. Reciting the me syllable establishes concentration perfection. Reciting the Hong syllable establishes wisdom perfection. So Mani Mantra establish 6 perfections. The 6 perfections are like a main road, principle of practice. And also, these 6 syllables are a way to accomplish 6 siddhis. Om accomplished supreme siddhi, which is the realization of the nature of mind. Ma accomplished the siddhi of merit. Ni purifies disease and accomplished siddhi of good health. Pet expands longevity. So we always take good food, because we expect longevity. We wish long life. Yeah, this is a good wish. And then everything's are interdependent. So of course we take energized food and sleep well, less tensions, and drink water. These are very important. At the same time, we recite Mani Mantra. It helps. The power of mantra is really amazing. Actually, this power is invisible. Invisible with our eyes. And but it is visible in front of our wisdom. So especially Mani Mantra is so important. May accomplished siddhi of wealth, food, clothes, and so on. So wealth is also important if we use that in the Dharma way, because it helps a lot of people and a lot of mother sentient beings. And then food. Buddha said, if we have food, we have body. We have a body, then we have health. We have health, good health. Then we have dharma, which means we can practice well. But someone who unhealthy, don't upset, because sometimes we get sick and something, it purifies bad karma which accumulated in previous life or beginning of this life. So it is not a bad sign when you have health problems. You don't think, oh, why it is happened to me. It is impossible, unbelievable. If you think like that, it seems you punish yourself. So just, oh, I'm sick, so I'm trying to recover from this sickness through taking medicines, listening doctors' advice. At the same time, still I'm happy because it purifies my negative karma. It means I'm ready to become enlightened. I'm ready to become Buddha. You should think like that. So, and then Hong syllable accomplish siddhi of vanquishing ghosts and taking their powers. Vanquishing ghosts and taking their powers. When you're taking their powers, and then you use that in the Dharma path for welfare of other beings. So it has a benefit. When we help to mother sentient beings, we need power. The power of the mind. Then power of body and speech. And another benefit is that reciting the Mani Mantra purifies 6 emotional defilements and their fruitions. Reciting Om removes the defilement of pride, and it purifies the suffering of the God's realm. Reciting Ma syllable, it removes the defilements of jealousy and purifies the suffering of demigods. Reciting Ni removes the defilements of attachment and purifies the suffering of the human realm. Reciting Pet, actually I try to use the in English pronounce. There is a Pet. I try to use in English pronounce, then my sound is become like a pet, right? Yeah, that's I know my mistakes, but it's a pe, actually pe. uh, it removes the defilements of ignorance, and it purifies the suffering of the animal realm. Reciting may removes the defilements of greed, and it purifies the suffering of hungry ghost realm. Reciting Hong removes the defilement of anger, and it purifies the suffering of the hell realm. So mantras are the power lens through which all that is impure is transformed into purity. Therefore, each syllable of the Mani Mantra transforms our body and minds, our body, mind, speech into the Compassion Buddha. For instance, practice Om syllable transforms our body into Compassion Buddha's body. Practicing the Ma syllable transforms our speech into Chinrezig's speech. This is true, right? Because we recite Om Mani Mantra, then this is not harsh words, not negative words, not negative speech. So it helps out thousands of lives. Then practicing the Ni syllable transforms our minds into Chinrezig's mind. Practicing the Pe syllable transforms our characteristics into the Compassion Buddha's qualities. Practicing the Me syllable transforms our actions into the Compassion Buddha's activities. Practicing the Hong syllable transforms our innate nature of mind into the Compassion Buddha's boundless Dharmakaya. Actually, transform means it's okay. We say transform, but it introduces what is our nature state of mind. Our nature state of mind is not ordinary mind. Our nature state of mind is not emotional defilements. They just suddenly occurs. For instance, in the sky, gathering clouds. We don't know where they come actually. We can say, oh, we know because they come from the ocean and then go up. And then still we can say, oh, they came from east direction, they came from south direction, north direction. That means we are still in this earth. That moment just we label. But if we go up a little higher, there is no direction. Then you would say east, north, west. It's illusory. Anyhow, right now we have these emotional defilements. These are just parts of our mind and very temporary. very temporary. That's where we have a hope to remove them. If they are not temporary, then we try to remove them diligently, then it's just useless. So we know actually really one day, if we actually no need to one day, maybe 1 hour, just sit, close the door, close the window, and just look at the watch once on mind. Where is angry? No, really we cannot find where is angry. Where is attachment? Where is jealousy? Where is pride? If we search, we cannot find. And then just somebody use harsh word and something, suddenly angry. At that moment, oh, I'm angry. Where is anger emotion? Defilements of anger. And that time we say, oh, there is. But that is temporary. Now after somebody, few hours later or few days later, somebody says sorry. Okay, gone. Where is angry? We cannot. Where is anger? We cannot find it really. So that means temporary. This temporary is more temporary than the ice of water. On the water has ice. They will stay longer than our anger emotion in our mind. But these emotions are really temporary. Sometimes we thinking like that. It's really happy on self. Oh, I really have hope to be attend Buddhahood with this life, because the defilements are very temporary, very temporary. So that's where this through this practice mantra. Here we says, oh, this Om does something, Ma does something, Ni does something. If we think carefully, they do each and every jobs. But when we recite Manu Mantra, you recite Manu Mantra 100 times. If you arise compassion a single moment, that is such a wonderful result, really wonderful result, because the compassion is embodiment of all Buddha's mind. So our mind and Buddha's mind always same, but only defilement, emotional defilement covered our nature of our mind. So when compassion arises, then this emotional defilement removes. If we turn on the light in the darkness, then we don't know where this darkness goes. It's same. So yeah, and in brief, this mantra is like medicine, which is called panacea. Have you heard before? Panacea. Panacea medicine is one medicine cures all disease. So Mani Mantra is like that. Wherever we go, we need to use a path. Similarly, in order to be liberated, we need to journey through the 5 paths. And then Mani Mantra will help us reach these 5 paths. 5 paths are not outside of our body, not outside of our mind. These we just call them path, but the the reality is our mind progress, our mind or realization increases. Each and every stage increases it. We call the path. So Om helps us reach the path of accumulation. Ma helps us to reach the path of journey. And Ni helps us reach the path of seeing. Pe helps us to reach the path of meditation. Me helps us to reach the path of no more learning. Hong helps us to become Dharmakaya. Also, Buddha said, whoever recites the Mani Mantra, their body will be a stupa which contains relics. So these, please, you keep these in your mind. Because it helps you to recite Mani Mantra. So usually we say this is ordinary body, but it is ordinary body or precious body. It's depend our mind. It's depend our mind. For instance, if we put something, some like a diamond or some very special thing in a wood box, then the wood box is whether valuable or not. Everybody take care of that, right? So it's similarly over the what I say, our body, the is valuable or not is depends our mind. So when we recite Mani Mantra, then our mind is our body will be a stupa. But there are many stupas, but among them contains relics. This stupa is unique, blissful, blessingful. So we recite Mani Mantra, then what happened? Deer, cats, birds, they see us, we become liberator. Our body become liberation of body. Really. So, but this Buddha said that. So this is very important. And then Guru Rinpoche said that. Guru Rinpoche also said that there are 3 types of compassion. Compassion has 3 types, right? The first is the compassion which view all sentient beings as presently one's mother. That we see the presently mother or one's mother take care of us. At least they gave us precious human body, we can say it. Without mother, where we comes from? Really. So whether we love our mom or not, our half part of body is mother's blood. Half part of our body is father's body. Blood and skin, these parts are mother shared with us. Bone and these part are father shared with us. So that's where and also our parents take care of us. They spend in school. If they have delicious food, they share it with us unconditionally. If they went to the shopping center, they see some beautiful clothes. First, they think about their child. Oh, I want to buy this for my child. They really practice others before self. And also, then we grow up, and then parents heard, oh, my son has good health and doing well, or my daughter uh, 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 is doing well. Like kind of, they heard only this news, they are happy. So, right the present, right now our mother, parents take care of us. Then all mothers and human beings are same. Without mothers and human beings, we cannot become Buddha. Because where we give compassion, right? And thinking like that. And then the second is the compassion of Dharma, which is the sixth syllable of mantra itself. So this mantra is, I already mentioned, this is essence of all Dharma. So everybody, very easy to recite this. Everybody knows. Everybody knows this pronounce, how to recite. And everybody knows it's very easy. I think this is a blessing of Avalokiteshvara, because he always look us compassionately. So that's why his mantra is very easy for us. Om Mani Padme Hum. Then you can say Shri, actually Om Mani Padme Hum, right? Also, the sixth syllable mantra liberate all mothers and human beings from samsara. All mothers and human beings from samsara. The third is the compassion beyond conception, which is Chinreze. And anyone who recites this mantra 100 times every day will not have to take rebirth in the 3 lower realms. Guru Rinpoche said that. Said this. And anyone who recites this mantra 7 times every day will purify obscurations and non-virtues. And wherever they are reborn, they will see Chinreze. If one always recites this Mani mantra, then one will become enlightened in one life. Guru Rinpoche also said that if someone has illness that cannot be cured cured by medicine or other ritual practice, then reciting the Mani Mantra will cure that illness. This is the benefit of Mani Mantra. And Guru Rinpoche also said that I, Guru Rinpoche, don't know any Dharma more profound than these 6-syllable Mani Mantras. So keep these in the mind and practice. Guru Rinpoche and Shakyamuni Buddha, they are Buddhas. After they become Buddha, they see the value of Mani Mantra. And then right now, we need to practice on it. Then many practitioners think that the Mani Mantra is only for those who have passed away. Yeah, this is if we heard somebody died, it's actually very good. But the little misunderstanding is that it cannot help or benefit living beings. So this is the misunderstanding. So it protects us from those who are negative or cause harm and rob good luck, power, and wealth. And it protects us from grudges, viciousness. It also purifies our karmic debt. Karmic debt is very strong, because until purify this, we how to repay. Sometimes repay through the body, life, wealth, and so then through Mani Mantra, reciting Mani Mantra purifies our karmic debt, right? Through this, through reciting this mantra, one please the Buddhas and the Dharma protector will be happy. Especially all guests of compassion subsumed within the category of the 4 avenues of births. The 2 classes of hungry ghosts who are poor and destitute. Those who left their previous body either this morning or yesterday or last week, last month or last year, and so on. Those who haven't yet found a new body, those who are frightened in a bardo without refuge, protection, without refuge and protection, without a powerful companion, without previous accumulation of merit of support. So we see here, we have to remember that right now, if we don't practice well, really, whether sooner or later, we don't know, we have to go to Pardo. Then if we are including there without previous accumulation of merit of support, it is so sad, really. Right now, we have such a golden opportunity to practice. If we practice well, then we are not including this, right? So right now it is in our hand. That's where I said that it is like it is turn right or turn left. Everything's are depends oneself. Those who virtues help is little. Those who feeling is the nature of suffering or tormented by terrifying illusion. So illusion during the Pardo stage, there have double, triple illusions because this life we make a lot of things through our thoughts, and everything happens, everything happens, right? In Pardo stage. So then there are lots of illusion, and those who are beating by cold, hungry, and thirst. Those whose lifespans are indefinite, indefinite. Those who are blown away like a feather in the wind. All of these beings can be protected through reciting Mani Mantra. The most important thing is when you recite Mani Mantra, you do it with compassion. It would be best. If you visualize yourself as Chinreze and in your heart the Mani Mantra garland, which revolves by the power of compassion, then this practice will be extremely beneficial. In brief, during this practice, you need compassion and bodhicitta. Don't let any afflictive emotion arise as much as possible. If sometimes afflictive emotions arise, then watch them, see how they are, and what is its nature. Don't let them control you. As Shantideva said, enemies as craving and hatred are without arms or legs. They are neither courageous or wise. How is it that they have enslaved me? Enslaved me. Enslaved me. So give compassion and bodhicitta to all mother beings equally. There's no reason to be unhappy towards enemies because, as Shantideva says, limbs are charged because they are part of the body. Why then are other not charged? Because they are parts of humanity. Sometimes we recite the Mani Mantra with a beautiful melody. When you are chanting in this way, think of hell being. You imagining they heard your beautiful melody and it reduced their sufferings. And also the sound of your mantra is heard by the hungry ghost. For example, if you are on a journey and you cannot, you come to a place and wait for a train. There you have no food, no water, and you are stuck there for many days. Finally, you heard the what is called the whistle, right? Whistle of a train behind the mountain. And how happy would you be? So, thinking in this way and chanting melodiously, chanting mantra melodiously. If you don't know what to recite before eating or drinking, then you can say one mantra. It is a great offering, prayer, and act of generosity. Especially if your food has meat, especially if your food has meat, then reciting Mani Mantra very beneficial. Also, if something gets in your eye, then blowing the Mani Mantra into your eye will help to remove it. Yeah, exactly. And then sometimes in the water, before you drink water, then you recite Mani Mantra. It happened in, even though my mom and grandmom often told me, I remember still. Sometimes I ate cold, in especially in the winter, cold food, and then they said, "Oh, before it recite Mani Mantra, it means it will not get sick." Uh, Anyhow, I have offered many ways to practice the Mani Mantra. I hope you keep practice on it continuously for welfare mother thinking beings who are living, who have passed away, who are sick, or who are becoming enlightened. Somebody becoming enlightened, still we have to recite Mani Mantra for them because their activities going successfully for mother thinking beings, or whoever needs to increase their health and wealth. So recite Mani Mantra, right? Okay, so in the beginning, I talked to you about what to do in the morning. So now I will say a little bit about what to do in the evening. Don't hold too much regret and worry. If you did something non-virtue during the day, just confess it as much as you can. And then if you are doing prostration, you do some before you go to the bed. And if you say some prayers, do it. Remember the kindness of three jewels. But the best thing is to meditate. Watch your mind, especially focus more on calm abiding. It will be beneficial and relaxing. It will also help you sleep well. Of course, it helps you amazingly to realize natural state of your mind. Okay, thank you very much. Sunam de tamje zebanye tomanye berdana banzene jeganan je balon robai Sibun zolen rovar rovar jo simjene bajene banyurde nele tarje rovene namale bata dun jongwa me barjo. May every being ailing with the disease be freed at once from every malady. May all the sickness that afflicts the living be instantly and permanently healed. Thank you very much.